The confirmation process for cabinet members in the United States is a cornerstone of the country's system of checks and balances. It is a procedure that ensures the president's appointments to the highest levels of the executive branch are carefully vetted and subject to congressional approval. But how does this process work, and what are its implications for governance? As Donald Trump continues to assemble his cabinet for the forthcoming administration, now seems the appropriate time to dive into the process and perhaps gain some insight into Trump's chance of getting his first choice selections. When a president selects a candidate for a cabinet position, the process begins with a formal nomination. Cabinet members typically include the heads of federal departments like State, Defense, and Treasury, along with other key positions such as the Attorney General. These nominees are expected to embody the president's vision while demonstrating expertise and capability in their respective fields. After the nomination, the next step is a detailed review by the relevant Senate committee. For example, a nominee for Secretary of Defense would be evaluated by the Senate Armed Services Committee. These committees are tasked with investigating the nominee's qualifications, experience, and potential conflicts of interest. Nominees often submit detailed questionnaires covering their professional history, finances, and any legal or ethical concerns. The committee phase includes hearings where senators question the nominee on policy positions, past decisions, and potential controversies. These hearings can be contentious, especially for nominees with polarizing records or political ties. Senators use these sessions to extract commitments, clarify policy directions, or score political points. A memorable example occurred in 2017 when Betsy DeVos, nominated for Secretary of Education, faced intense scrutiny for her views on public education and school choice. Once the committee completes its evaluation, it votes on whether to recommend the nominee to the full Senate. A favorable recommendation is ideal but not mandatory for the process to move forward. The full Senate then debates the nomination, with senators from both parties presenting arguments for or against the candidate. The confirmation vote is the final step. Most cabinet positions require a simple majority, 51 votes in a 100-member Senate, for confirmation. This threshold can have significant implications, particularly in a closely divided Senate. For instance, Vice President Kamala Harris had to cast tie-breaking votes in 2021 to confirm certain nominees in the evenly split Senate. Although many nominees sail through the confirmation process, some face intense challenges or even rejection. For example, in 1989, John Tower, President George H.W. Bush's nominee for Secretary of Defense, was rejected by the Senate due to concerns over alleged ethical lapses and personal conduct. More recently, Neera Tanden's nomination as Director of the Office of Management and Budget was withdrawn in 2021 after bipartisan opposition over her past tweets criticizing lawmakers. The process also highlights the balance of power between the executive and legislative branches. While the president has the prerogative to choose cabinet members, the Senate's confirmation power ensures that these choices reflect broader consensus and accountability. This dynamic can lead to political standoffs, particularly in times of divided government. For instance, during Barack Obama's presidency, Republican senators delayed or blocked several nominees, including Loretta Lynch's confirmation as Attorney General, which took a record 167 days. Conversely, President Donald Trump's nominees often faced opposition from Senate Democrats, but were largely confirmed due to the Republican majority at the time. Occasionally, presidents resort to recess appointments, temporarily installing nominees while the Senate is not in session. However, such appointments are controversial and must be reapproved by the Senate for the nominee to remain in the position long-term. The confirmation process also serves as a platform for public accountability. Nominees' records are scrutinized not just by senators, but also by the media and the public. High-profile confirmations often attract widespread attention, as in the case of Janet Yellen's historic nomination as the first female Treasury Secretary in 2021. While the confirmation process is essential to the functioning of government, it is not without criticism. Some argue that the system has become overly politicized, with nominees judged more on party allegiance than qualifications. Others contend that the process is overly time-consuming, delaying critical appointments and leaving key positions vacant. In recent years, the Senate's use of the nuclear option has further altered the confirmation landscape. In 2013, Democrats changed the rules to allow for simple majority votes on most executive branch nominations, reducing the power of the minority party to filibuster. Republicans extended this rule to Supreme Court nominations in 2017. While this change expedites confirmations, It also heightens partisanship and reduces the incentive for bipartisan cooperation. Despite these challenges, the confirmation process remains a vital mechanism for ensuring that cabinet members are not only capable but also aligned with the broader interests of the nation. It is a testament to the complexities of American governance, where power is deliberately distributed to prevent overreach by any single branch. As administrations change and political dynamics evolve, the confirmation process continues to reflect the broader tensions and priorities of the nation. Whether through smooth approvals or contentious battles, it underscores the critical interplay between the executive and legislative branches in shaping the direction of U.S. policy and governance.